So, you need a commercial vacuum cleaner that you can move around. And I'm talking in large areas. I'm talking from this side of the airport to the other side of the airport. This side of the hospital to the other side of the hospital. You don't want to be lugging it around. You definitely don't want to be carrying it all the way. As well, you don't have to. Meet NaceCare PPT 390, your new best friend. Now, tell me more about the vacuum. Obviously, you can tell the way it's set up. I'll go through that in just a second. Most important thing with NaceCare PPT 390 is this. This is the star of the show. Why I say that is because these vacuums are known to be a couple of things. They're known to be very powerful, they're known to be extremely reliable, and they're known to be very simple to use. All right. As far as powerful, that's a very efficient 620 watt motor.
85 parts work in unison to generate maximum suction. A bag that lets in the air, but locks away the dust. A steel propeller that spins faster than a power drill to suck in 500 gallons of air a minute. A super efficient motor that uses less than half the power of a hairdryer. It's a dust-hungry beast that's designed to last.
All right, this thing's gonna do 6,000 square feet an hour, day in, day out, hour after hour, no problem. Number two, they are very quiet. So when there's people present, whether it's, again, any type of an institution, you're not gonna have people yelling at you for turning the vacuum on. The last thing you want to consider is the fact that they're extremely reliable. If you're using this kind of a vacuum cleaner, you're using it as part of a job description. This is not just feeling like vacuuming, so I'm gonna take this thing out. No, this is part of a job that has to get done. You don't want any downtime. You don't want this to go in for service. You don't want people standing around not being able to do their job because the vacuum doesn't work. And you certainly don't want to call or try to find a place in the middle of the night to try to get service done on your vacuum cleaner because you're not going to find anyone. Well, that's exactly why we really like the NaceCare 390. The reason for that is they've kept it extremely simple. All you have as far as electronics on this machine is an on and off switch, a cord, and a motor. The cord rewinds manually. A lot of machines, especially when it comes to commercial machines, have cords hanging out just by itself all over the place. This stores very, very nicely away in its head. That's just one option, one reason why we like the manually rewinded cord. The other thing is, send this vacuum up in the middle of nowhere during the night. Now, you don't have access. And I've heard calls like this. We've had calls like this. Look, the closest service center to us is 8 hours away. We know that. People calling in way after closing hours. Some other contractor or tradesperson or whatever ran over my cord and cut it in half. So all you need with this type of, with the PPT 390, when you're stuck and you need a new cord, is a screwdriver. The way they've designed this is that the cord is not only external, it plugs in. Kind of like you plug in a computer monitor. Very simple. All I have to do is take this out and replace the cord. Unlike a lot of commercial vacuum cleaners that come in for service where the cords are hardwired into the machine, you don't need to pay anyone, and more importantly, you need to waste any time taking this in for service. You could just get this done 2 o'clock in the morning if you have to, by yourself. Now, so that is a very unique feature. We love that feature on the PPT 390. As far as filtration is concerned, these machines are fantastic. There's a couple of reasons why. Again, there's really nothing here except for the motor. Um, keep it dry. Again, don't pick up any water or liquids with it. So, very large bag. That's a HEPA bag. Also has really, really good filtration. Now, what if you filled up the bag again halfway through the night and you still have thousands of square feet to go? You could actually use this machine without a bag. Not recommended, but it's not the end of the world, so you don't have to stop working because you forgot to get extra bags. All right. It is a very large 10-liter bucket that goes in there, and that's all there is inside the vacuum. Really, really simple, and that's exactly why we love them, right? Oh, there we go. Now, that's as far as the vacuum is concerned. The hose screws onto the machine because this is going to be locked around when you're using it, but it's not a problem. It's also a crush-proof hose. So I could, you know, if I step on it or get stuck somewhere or under something, you're not changing hoses often. 3-piece metal wand and a combo tool. This is a very straightforward attachment. The reason why it's so popular is because you could do your bare floors and commercial carpets with it with flip of a switch, right? That's all. You don't need to change attachments from one surface to another. Who's got time for that when you're doing this for work? Number one. Number two, it really nicely stores away back here. It has a clip to hold the wand, so I'm not holding it in my hand. I got both hands free. So does the hose, by the way. The hose also has a little clip here to make sure it tucks away nicely. Now, let's talk about this caddy. You have this caddy sitting at the front. It's actually pretty spacious. But you do have an option with this caddy. You could, obviously, as you saw, I just had it open. And you could have it open because you want to be able to reach the machine if you're using it. You know, if you're drawing the cord back or if you're changing bags in the machine, that's not a problem. You could do all of that. But the idea is that you could also use the caddy if you didn't want it on top at the front, or even a second caddy at the back. You could just take this off here and use this at the back. How does it move? Because of the two large wheels at the back, again, if I'm using this, if you're looking to purchase one of these, is because you got to be taking this thing around. And we're talking large spaces. So it's very easy, okay? That's all you have to do. Or the idea is this is very maneuverable. Those two large wheels, they're rubber wheels at the back, and you got two casters at the front. It's pretty straightforward. It's very easy to use. Does come with accessories. As a matter of fact, when you got corners and stairs and things like that, you do get 3 accessory tools, which are actually really nice for a commercial vacuum. They got a really nice dusting brush to go with it, a long crevice tool, and an upholstery tool. So you could also adjust the height. I don't see anyone being short enough to enjoy using this. Well, you could have it there, or you could have it all the way here. You decide what's best for you. It's all about convenience and ease of use. Let's give it a shot. I already know how it's going to perform because these machines are stable of commercial vacuums and we've tested many of them. But I'm going to put some dirt on the floor, some on the rugs, some carpets here and some on the bare floor. Let's see how it does. Let's do some on carpets. There's a reason I'm doing this. And some on bare floors. One of the reasons I'm doing that is because these things have edge-to-edge cleaning. That means you're not hitting this against corners and baseboards trying to get the corners cleaned. It just means it's faster. It means less downtime. And let's see. Ah, you see, before I even get to the dirt, it's picking it up and we're good. Done. Bare floors. Edge to edge cleaning, best way possible. I could show this to you. Oh look, I missed some. No, I didn't. You need to go under desks and I don't know, pews at a church or chairs in a restaurant. No problem. It'll take care of it.
if you have any questions, 1-877-220-5656. Keep in mind, we ship these free of charge to all Canadian provinces. We are a warranty center for Nextskid and Pneumatic. Chat with us online or send an email. Thank you.